very much, and we are privileged and thankful. We'll continue to pray and support your leadership. Before we continue to the next program, I would like to introduce one of our leaders, a very common face in armies, has been helping us for past years, Mr. Lina. Can I see you? He is the General Secretary of Environment and the other media. The other media works with the problem faced by the Dalits and the tribal in India. They are one of the active groups that has been enlightening and pressuring the Indian leaders about the Indo-Naga issue. He has been very supportive and encouragement to our Nagas in Bangalore as well. Now I would like to give a 3 minutes time to anyone who would like to take the stage.
Different faction that has been there in inhabitant in Nigeria. They are killing themselves. Then how can they get independent? I believe that. Unless and until those who have got gun there, homeland, they come together, one together, then they can bring the unity, the independence. So what will be the best solution to solve this?
10,000 Naga armed forces. I think 50 or 100 could be expected to be, say, running roughshod, riding roughshod. That is quite possible. So what I would like to say here is that we have been trying to bring bad elements or unruly people under complete control. But it so happened that sometimes we just find difficult to control completely. So because of this kind of behaviors, people are not happy with us. There is no doubt about it. At the same time, because of some incidents of this kind, we just cannot rule out, the prospect of, Naga nation. It's not for argument's sake, but if we are to say at all, even about, in the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ, see, out of 12, one was a traitor. Out of 10,000 Naga, armed forces, there would be quite many. So, the question is whether we are trying to control or to check this kind of behaviors or not. That is the greater question. Tomorrow also you will find more people coming up, behaving, out of the way. These things cannot be avoided. But the point is that, are we ready to cope with this kind of elements? Yes, we have been doing this, but not completely. So I think some of our people must have been discouraged, no doubt. But these things cannot be altogether ruled out. We will do the best we can to bring all these things under control.
Speaking of international law, the UN and human rights covenants, have the Naga leaders ever had a meeting or talk with the UN? If so, what were the contents of the talk? The other one is, I would like to know about the latest development between UNPO and NSCN. And along similar lines, India has accepted the unique history of Nagas. Then there'll probably be acceptance of Nagas demarcation, hopefully. What is your comment? And the government of India is holding talks with China, Burma about border dispute. Is it good for us?
By the grace of God, after struggling for quite a long time, we were sponsored to speak there in the human rights UN Human Rights session in Geneva. There, in the last speech, we challenged the government of India and explaining the term terrorism, cited with this and that examples in our land. In the writing, Mr. Isaac stated in the Human Rights Commission meeting, he said, in total violation of Naga nationhood and the human rights, thousands of Nagas have been massacred in the past more than 40 years. But even today, this is not heard of, because the intention of the government of India was to keep the Indo-Naga situation shut out from the rest of the world. So you don't hear about us. Whereas thousands are being killed there. Now, so many years. We challenge, citing examples what has taken place in Kohima and other places. Protos Kali, he was the General Secretary General that time. From his office, a statement was issued. There is human rights situation in Nagaland. And official document would be there. And that was circulated. And after some time, government of India started searching us to talk. We refused. There in Geneva. So in this way, our problem was raised about 7 times, and most of the NGOs, outstanding NGOs, supported us. And at last, they accepted 3 conditions for peace talks, without any condition at the highest level. And so far as the venue of the talk is concerned, it has to be somewhere in in the third country outside India. And of course, that was read out in his speech, Mr. Isaac, in his speech. And of course, the congregation there, they clapped hands, saying that this is really a progress, a great step forwards. So this way, Naga case came to be noticed in the UN gathering also. UNPO was very outstanding organization, almost parallel to the UNO in many respects, because those people whose rights had been neglected by UNO, gathered together the UNPO, and more than 50 countries. And resolution passed there in the UNPO became a force at one stage of time. So it became really a force. And that helped us a lot. Many countries, the NGOs and important international organizations started recognizing and understanding the right of the Nagas. It helped us a lot. It is through this kind of recognition that government of India could come to realize the force of the Nagas. It became a matter of necessity for India to seek for peaceful solution. So we have come. India, Burma, China, they have their own problems. They'll go on talking. But the harder question is, if their talks would affect Naga's right or Naga's interest, we do not think they would be successful.